All right, you stop right there. I know what you're doing. You're looking at a deck list, you heading to replays, or you just exit the video. Stop right there. This deck profile is important, okay? Okay? Okay. I'm gonna show you the rank up game, which is also very boring because my rank up game is always cursed. I mean, not always, but usually. Rank up game, and we're gonna go into this very important deck profile right here, right? Okay. Okay. Thank you. So now we are done with that. Let's get into the deck list here real quick. Now, I'm saying it's the most important deck profile because it just on the surface, decks looks normal, except for a couple of things, but I will point it out later. But I'm gonna mention this first. Decision making while playing this deck is like two times like more important. I don't know. It might seem simple. You want to go first. It's been a long time since I play a deck that goes first, actually. But my favorite deck is just control with traps, labyrinth, traptrix, all that stuff. So that's pretty crazy. Or that, or either like blind second. So it's not just as simple as summon Sarah, set up on a trap, and then you end your turn, right? No. What are you doing on your opponent's turn? That's the first thing. With this meta, you have triple tactic talent, you have triple tactic thrust, a lot of them flying around. So you don't necessarily always activate Sarah once the first trap card resolved. That's the most important thing. Because now, by judging the situation, if your first turn you didn't get hand trapped, you gotta be suspicious because something they are holding on their hand is either board breaker or like thrust and talent. So if they don't like instantly activate Duster, Lightning Storm, or evenly match on their turn, but they start comboing without having any hand trap for your last turn, that means they're probably gonna be holding thrust or talent. So what you're gonna do, what I want you to do, is that you hold your Sarah effect, unless you have to activate it because like you don't have follow up, you have to activate it, or like you only have one or two trap and the other one is not activatable right away, or something like that, then yeah, maybe in that situation, right? But if you have like a bunch of trap, like two Floodgate Trap Hole and a Rafflesia, for example, you would want to activate the Sarah effect as late as possible if you have guaranteed follow up, right? If you don't have it, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I allowed you to activate your Sarah effect, okay? But yeah, just hold that. Also, if you get hand trapped the first turn, they probably less likely gonna hold those thrust and talents, so you are more free to do all those stuff. Like, insane. You see hand trap, you are more free to do those stuff. That's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, that's just how it works. Secondly, about the hand trap. Now, if you go first, if you normal summon Myrmilio or Mantis, and you see something flashing on your opponent's hand, but they don't use it, it could be A, Maxi, B, Ash Blossom, right? If it's Imperm, they are going to use it immediately because if not, you're just going to go Sarah and then Imperm after that is going to be ridiculous. No one does that. I mean, some does that, but they didn't read Sarah, so what's the point here? Okay, two situation, right? Either Maxi or Ash. Some smart people actually hold Maxi. They don't throw Maxi right away. They hold Maxi for your Holotea effect to special summon from the back row, right? Because by activating this, you have committed to discarding a trap card from your hand, and then if you don't special summon anymore, they just maxi you, right? If you don't special summon anymore with Sarah effect, then you're just gonna lose like two trap cards for no reason. Therefore, you have to activate it. So that's why the most valuable maxi against Traptrix is activated against Holotea. So now if you normal summon, they didn't activate anything. You add a trap card or a monster from your hand via these two effects, and then you link off into Sarah. If it's still flashing, right? If it's still flashing, it's probably going to be a smart maxi. So what I want you to do is that you stop comboing right there. Do not use Holotea combo if you identify it as maxi, right? Because you're going to lose too much out of that. You're going to lose too much. Right? Your opponent gets way more ahead of you. So do not do that. If it stopped flashing after you summon Sarah, and it's probably going to be an Ash. If it's an Ash, you use Holiday effect, you special summon Holiday, activate their effect, they will Ash you there. And then it's going to be the same situation. This time, you cannot keep going, right? You just lose 2 trap card for no reason as well. With Maxi, you lose 2 trap card, your opponent gets like 3 draws. That's insane. And with Ash, you just don't get anything. And that's dangerous as well. So if you see something flashing that doesn't activate on the summon of this or this, it's not imperm, it's either Ash or a smart Maxi. Do not go for Holotea combo. Do not do that. You just search a trap, you played calm, especially with Arachno Kamba, by the way. If you know some Mantis, go Sarah, activate Arachno Kamba, and they just don't flash anything. It's not Maxi, right? It's not Maxi, it's Ash. Then you just gonna use Sarah effect of the effect of Arachno Kamba to search for Floodgate Trap. Just set it. Do not set Holotea and go for combo, okay? That's done with the decision making, by the way. That's just insane how I have to explain this. I didn't even like take note anywhere, but while playing, you're gonna see like some of those in effect, and you're gonna lose more game if you don't pay attention to the hand trap they're having right now. Now, into the detailed deck list. First off, we still have Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, just to negate Maxi, by the way. Oh, this deck doesn't have Maxi. Yay! Third deck of the season. I didn't use Maxi. There's one more, by the way. Yeah, Ash Blossom just negate Maxi, and also, just like with Sky Striker, I said it before. Do not use Ash to disrupt Cash Tierra combo because it's inefficient. It's very inefficient. You only keep it and then break their board next turn, although it's very unlikely. You have evenly match anyway. So that's going to be the main way of doing that instead of just like break them open with Sky Striker and all that stuff. So it's going to be hard, but I need you to hold this Ash, okay? It doesn't do anything if you Ash the Cash Tierra player because they are more likely going to have full combo regardless of your Ash. And then they have Talent and Plus, and it's going to be weird. You don't want to face that situation. Okay. Next off, we have the monster of Traptrix: Myrmilio, 2 Dione, 3 Mantis, 1 Pudica, and 1 Arachno Kappa. The odd thing here is that I run Pudica without running Garden. Why is that? Well, the last time I showed a Traptrix deck, some of you guys actually wasn't too happy about it. It's just suspicious, to just use Traptrix without like 2 Pudica and 1 Garden. That's standard, right? That's a standard. I hate Garden. I bricked on that 9 out of 10 games I draw it. And the other game I draw it, that's useful, I draw Pudica. So what do you want me to say? I don't think Garden is enough. I don't think it's good enough. It does, some powerful effects, special summon Traptrix, you can normal summon one more time, but it's not good alone. It needs to go with something else, right? Like Mantis or Myrmilio and all that stuff. I know that. But no, I'm just going to use Pudica for the banishing effect because sometimes I do need to get rid of one special monster to clear the board. So I use Pudica just for that effect. I don't use this to search Garden. No, I don't. I really hate Garden. I say it now. I hate Garden. So there's that. Okay. Also, with Trap Trip Garden, you are actually more likely to get Nibiru because normally if you draw Traptrix Myrmilio with the Holotea combo, your 5th summon is gonna be Rafflesia, right? It's gonna be a Rafflesia, in which we have 1 Gravedigger's Trap Hole in the deck to negate Nibiru at that point. But if you have like Garden, you could be tempted to summon like the 5th time into something. You normally go into Pinguicula, and then you search for Dione, and then you just normal summon again. That combo runs into Nibiru. I don't like it. Okay? Okay, we clear. Next up, we have Dimension Shifter. Very bad against Cash Tierra. Very good against Purely, and it's okay against Labyrinth. That's why I'm running. Also, I don't know why, but there's a bunch of like tournaments running around for some reason. I honestly have no idea why. Someone like leaked the secret salt or something? I don't know. Like, why are there tournaments here? I have to run this because their board is just too much. They mill super well, actually. Like the average tournament players. Maybe they're all Japanese. I don't know. So yeah, I still run Shifter. I think it's very effective. And my most common matchup was actually against Purely. And I didn't see any Purely while doing Grand Maju for some reason. That was the oddest thing ever. Next up, we have Parallel Exceed. This time I'm running it because it protects you from Nibiru immediately, even if you drew Mantis, because the only monster that can dodge Nibiru, the only starter that can dodge Nibiru is like Mamilio, because your fifth summon is this. But if you draw Mantis, your fifth summon is actually like a Traptrix monster from your deck. So if you draw this alongside Mantis, it's much safer. Also, yeah, it's just a good card, Sarah. Like instant rank 4. You don't die to Nibiru. That's cool. I don't know why people run Nibiru though. It's bad. Bad against Purely, bad against Labyrinth, okay against Kashira, even though they can play around it. But currently, I don't think they are playing around it, so I guess it's decent. So yeah, I don't get why, but I have to play around it because a lot of people use it for some reason. So yeah. Next up, we have two Hero of the Abyss and two Triple Target Thrust to find your hero or your evenly match. And at first, I even run three of these, because with 9 copies of each. Also, Thrust is like plays at 2 roles here. It could be Abyss, it could also be evenly matched. So it's going to be more likely for me to break the field. But then my first turn is not going to be good, because if I draw this first turn and also evenly match, it's not going to look good on you. Thrust, however, depends on the hand trap they're having, Ash or Maxi or whatever. It can set a trap, so it's not the worst. Next up, we have 3 Torrential Tribute. Actually, it's still a very good card. I'm running it because it can activate proactively instead of reactively. If I summon Sarah, I can activate it immediately. Doesn't destroy Sarah. I can activate Sarah to summon the Traptrix from the deck, and then I'll set another whole trap card. So for that reason, Torrential Tribute is still here. If you use Torrential against the cat, you have to use them on the small cats, not the big cat. If you use this again, the big cat, the My Friend Pearl is going to trigger. That's going to be annoying. Next up, we have Time Space Trap Hole. I think that this might be the only other hole that is good in the meta. Uh, Nightmare sucks a lot. I don't like Nightmare. They like destroy them. For example, they just special summon a Kashira. You negate, destroy them. They just birth, bring it back. That's silly. I would rather kick them back into the deck. Okay. Floodgate Traho is crazy. This is the reason why you have a 100% win rate against Kashira going first. If you don't break it, also, breaking with Traptrix is like drawing a lot of monster. That's the way you break with Traptrix. And Floodgate Traho is crazy. Running 3 of this because we need it. Next up, we have 3 evenly, 3 impermanence, bad hand trap. We have 1 Grave Digger's Trapo, mostly for Nibiru. Because this trapper honestly is not that good in this meta. Tier is I mean, there is here, okay, but that's not what you want to look out for. Next up, we have the 1 Ice Dragon Prison. It's not great, but against Labyrinth, it's like your best trap card. This hole doesn't do any damn thing against Labyrinth. Again, I have to repeat this. The matchup against Labyrinth is like the most overrated matchup for Traptrix. You just think that you win 100% of the time. No, if they go first, they still win because they just remove your monster before you make Sarah, unless they're stupid. Some of them are, but not all of them, okay? If you see someone saying that Traptrix counter Labyrinth, it's just a lie. It's not true. If you go second, you still lose. They just remove all your normal monster. They are not unaffected by trap card, you guys. They are unaffected by whole normal traps, okay? If they dogmatic punishment, they lady pop, lovely pops, or like Daruma still set them, also terror overruled, a lot of things that can happen before you make Sarah. If they let you make Sarah for some reason, yeah, you're gonna win, I guess. And yeah, finally we have Dorothea. In the extra, we have all the things here that I summoned. Exciton Knight, I actually think is very important. Rafflesia. Malevolent Sin, by the way, is an insect, so even after you use Arachnocampa, you can still summon this guy. So this is like just banish a monster, get out of the way, and then you punch your game. Sometimes it's very useful, and there are times that I find myself being locked into insect implant, and I don't have any way to remove like a set monster I set with Floodgate Trapple, because normally they're cashier, they're very big, so I want to remove it. Time Thief redo at a 24k, yeah, just equal to the Defender Fenrir, by the way. That's just funny. Next up, we have Baguska, the terribly tired tapir, a very important monster. We have Traptrix Alomeris. I think you need to run 1 copy of this because most of the time you can trigger Mamilio twice in 1 turn if you want to. Also trigger Dionai to reset a trap card. This, I think running 1 copy of this is important. Pingly Killer, I think you can get away running 1 because most of the time I use Prosperity to banish one of them, right? My Prosperity target is like 1 of these. one Zeus if I like go first, one Sarah, one Asa, one access code, and like one among this guy. Depends on the situation. So I think you can get away with running one of these. Next up, we have Zeus. We have three Sarah, two Asa. I mean, one Asa, the Earth Charmer. Actually, very important because you can bring back Maxi and then make Adibus immediately because Maxi is an insect. Also bring back Fenrir is nice. Okay, and yeah, access code Talker. This is hella a long deck profile, 18 minutes. God damn. But yeah, I think it's almost everything I want to say. I might have forgotten something, but that's it for now. Thank you for listening and watching. Enjoy the replays, and I will see you next time.